This happened to Judah a couple of years ago, and many of us in the room will have our histories of this, and not just our histories long ago, more recent stuff as well. I mean, what I'll say from the outset, because as Asha said, we're having a few chats behind the scenes, and we do have some good people who've come in to the police now who are talking with us and trying to work out a way forward. But what I want to say is, for those people who reject that kind of argument, this is not something that some of us hear about by stories. This is experience I've had in the last 3 or 4 years. I got pulled over in my car. I had to remind the officer it's not the kind of policing we want in the city. I've had to tell my younger brother, do not respond in an aggressive way, and I've taken him down to the station. We've had a chat. We've got an apology for the way he's been treated when someone was doing a mock Jamaican accent on him. And this is our history. You know, it's reminded me just recently reading Small Island a few years ago, just what our fathers and grandparents had to deal with coming in. But I just want to say something that's really careful, because we want to talk about solidarity and standing together. But I just want to say something about, and this is not to burst any bubbles, right? Don't rob this of race. This is a race issue, right? Now, I know people want to say, and I'll take my standing here, right? I'm a mixed race man with a white grandfather who came from the mining villages of South Wales, right? I know bad stuff happens across the racial divide. But if you sterilize this of race in the name of trying to find this solidarity around which we all rally, you'll rob us of the story here. So the story that there is a racial hierarchy in this country. That doesn't mean that we can't rally around it. There's a great line Malcolm X said back in the day. He said, this is not simply about black and white, it's about rich and poor. But the important thing is, he said it's not simply about black and white. It is about black and white, but it is about rich and poor. Don't deny the race element to it in the name of seeking a cheap solidarity around it. That really undermines, it rubs out the history of race in this country. It's very, very dangerous. And unfortunately, I hear it happening too. I said that is not to deny anyone. I'm going home tonight and tell my mum that she cannot be part of this. I'm not going to talk to my wife, but, we can be part of this together. But you can't do it by in some sense, asking people by trying to say that the stories are exactly the same. Race and class go hand in hand, but they are not the same thing. Thank you.
Local police not to Judah. Yes, the man pass by. Them race relation advisor. What kind of joke thing that? Injustice all over. Alright, and we know that. The man a peaceful Rasta. We know them a idiot. Local police not to Judah. Yes, the man pass by. Them race relation advisor. What kind of joke thing that? The man a peaceful